Hello, everyone. I was like really working on that one. Good evening. Um, Here we are. I don't know that we're gonna finish this tonight because this is a really long one. We're gonna continue with our go fuck your fucking cocksuckers. My son's in the room. So I don't think he's paying attention to what I'm doing, but I might make him go in the other room if he doesn't stop. So, we're going to continue. When we left off, Tiffany was giving Lorne shit because he was supposed to quit smoking to give Winnie a kidney. Like, is there nothing this guy won't fall for? Like, I feel like if this had continued, the storyline would have eventually gone to where, like, Tiffany was abducted by aliens or some shit. Like, he would buy this shit. He would buy it. He would totally buy it. I'm going to back this up just a little bit, and because I can't remember exactly where we stopped. And someone had asked me the date for this call. I don't know. It doesn't have the date. It just has the date it was uploaded. But I don't have the date of when this call was made. Sorry. But let's continue.
And you shouldn't have told her that you were stopping and that was the date.
Well, they've been moved back a bit, but I'm trying very hard.
He's trying so hard, guys.
Sounds like it.
I've got down. So I am getting there.
I'm just saying that you told her that you were quitting. You've made that promise a million times and you can't stick to it. So just don't bother making it.
So
No.
I am quitting.
Okay.
I'm trying very hard.
I know. Yeah, sounds like it.
Sounds like you're trying to back off on going on a date too.
Why would I have to?
You don't. Really?
He says, it sounds like you're trying to back off on going on dates, too. How does that even make sense? Like, this is the third installment. We are 46 minutes in. The subject keeps changing, and he goes right back to her fucking dates. He's so crazy.
Fucking any guy down there you want.
Right, I can, because I'm an adult woman.
Yeah, you already did.
Yeah, and you can fuck whatever guy you want too.
You'll never find me fucking a guy unlike the date that you had last night.
Oh, that silly brain of yours.
Well, tell me why it is you judge people off of looks all the time.
So, something fun that Lorne does, and it's almost like he's trying to break her. It's sort of like his grooming process, but it's with an adult. He just keeps going back to the same shit, and when she points out, reasons why she wouldn't be with him, it's like he points out things that's, defects in her character or with herself, almost like he's trying to drag her down to his level. He's about to talk about how Tiffany talks about people's looks, and he tries to make himself sound like he's a better person than Tiffany is. It's pretty funny.
I don't do it all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
It seems awful funny that you're constantly saying something to me about looks.
Well, yeah, I'm saying it to you, but I don't say that to anyone else. I wouldn't want to hurt their feelings.
Okay, so what about that girl that had Winnie's phone when she invited you to go swimming?
Oh, yeah, Linda. That was different.
Why was that different?
Because
why was that different?
She has meowy eyes, and there was some stuff coming out of it. Like
I understand that it was gross.
It was like yellow matter custard dripping out of a dead dog's body.
I understand that it was gross. And I was on the phone with her when you came up. I was on the phone with her when you came up because she was all excited about you coming over. And she didn't even realize the stuff was coming out of her eyes.
I'm sure she does.
I think that was the last time I talked to her because that was when you and I first started out.
When we first started out, he's so stupid, man. He's so childish. When you and I first started out. And he's trying to make himself sound like, I care about people. I care about her. This girl with yellow custard coming out of her a dead dog's eyes. And you don't. You're just as bad as I am.
Anyway.
It upset me a little bit because of what she said that she was going through with her roommates, that her roommates were picking on her.
Well, why did you stop talking to her if you felt so bad for her?
Excuse me.
She didn't have the phone anymore.
Oh. Yeah. But you still would have?
I still would have talked to her. But then...
I believe that. Lorne will talk to anyone. Anyone. He has nothing else going on.
She also started coming on, too. And I was like, no.
Oh, yeah. You like it, though. You may pretend like you don't at the very beginning, but then you give in, just like with Rhoda.
Oh!
No, I didn't. No, we're going to give in. That's the reason I stopped talking to her.
I wasn't going to.
What is your hang-up with wasn't and weren't?
Because you don't...
It's not a hang-up, Lorne. It's speaking properly. You sound like a fucking imbecile. I weren't going to.
Don't use them properly.
So what?
So what?
You sound like a fucking moron.
Thank you.
Maybe I like using them like that. It might not be the correct way to say it, but who in the fucking United States actually does say anything correctly?
So now it's who in the whole fucking United States says anything correctly? Fuck you, Lorne. I do, asshole.
Nobody.
I have never heard anyone say weren't in the wrong way like you do.
Well, that's the only thing I say in the wrong way.
Really?
Yeah.
What else do I say in the wrong way?
There's a ton of stuff. I can start making a list. But you don't want to be friends with me, so I'm sure that this is the last conversation we'll ever have.
Well, you don't want to give me a chance.
No, I don't want to date you.
Yeah, you wanted to before, but now you don't. You just want to give other guy a chance.
Well, every other guy knows how to say weren't and wasn't properly. So.
Well, every other guy likes to cock and pussy too.
Oh,
they do?
My God.
Yeah, like your date last night.
You seem to be talking about yourself.
No, I wasn't your date last night.
No, but you were talking about
I was just the one that you were supposed to be spending time with the last couple of nights.
Yeah. Oh my.
Poor Lorne. I was just the one you was supposed to be spending time with the last couple of nights. Spending time with. And you know what? It's like, he couldn't fucking, I mean, can you imagine? He was just sitting, he was so excited about talking to Debbie. Like, just sitting by that fucking phone and how heartbroken he was when she couldn't talk to him. He's such a loser. Get a fucking life, dude. Stop waiting for your pretend girlfriends to call you.
My God, were you talking about yourself?
I'm not into cock.
Sure.
Sorry to disappoint you.
No, you are, though. You must be.
Sorry to disappoint you on that.
You're obsessed with it.
No.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit.
A lot of it.
No. That's not the correct way to say that.
What?
A lot of it. There's no such thing as a lot of it. It's not the correct way to say that.
Oh, okay. But I was saying that as being sarcastic. You say weren't and wasn't in the wrong way because you don't know how to say it in the right way.
Well, I just don't put much thought into it because I know what I'm saying.
Well, no, you don't know what you're saying. That's the point.
Well, I weren't concentrating on it.
I weren't concentrating on it. Exactly.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't concentrating on it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I'll say it backwards. I don't want to disappoint you on that.
Anyway, can we be friends?
You going to give me a chance?
At what? Being your friend? Of course.
A chance at us actually dating at some point.
I can't. It's like I want to bang my head in with a hammer right now. He's so backward. She's talking to you, isn't she? Why can't you just be happy with that? Relax. Talk to her. Maybe you'll woo her with your fabulous country songs and your amazing personality. But no, she's got to make a commitment. Get this. She's got to make a commitment to a commitment. Like, okay, you have to promise. Promise. Do you promise, precious? You have to promise that you're going to give me a chance later at some point to date me. Who the fuck does this shit? Besides Lorne.
No, I can't say that now.
I can't say that we're going to be friends either.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
That's really too bad.
Conditional friendship. This is the same person who says bullshit like, if you love someone, you don't leave them ever. Like it's unconditional. But if she can't say she's going to give him a chance somewhere down the road, which you better believe if she said, you know what, Lorne, let's get to know each other and maybe somewhere down the line we can date. Then the next thing it would be is when? When will we start dating? Then it would be, it's been a month. Are we dating yet? Will you marry me? I mean, he's fucking scary.
Because that's what we could be right now. And you don't want to do that.
We could date sometime too, and you don't want to give that chance.
No, because I don't know you in that way.
I don't want to know you.
You're getting to know me in that way. You're getting to know me, but you're telling me out straight that you don't want to date me ever.
I'm telling you out straight that I don't want to date you.
Tell you what, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, we might get chopped up a bit because I'm next to a river.
Okay. I hope you don't
might
fall
even
in.
be one point where, no.
Oh, you
might be
heard
one
that.
point about, yeah, I heard that. You hope I don't fall in.
Right.
It tells me you must care about me because you don't want to see me die.
Oh my God. He grasps at straws like, well, you must care about me. You don't want to see me die. What the fuck? Well, I'm sure Tiffany wouldn't want to see me die either. Does that mean that she and I are dating? I'd be afraid to date her. She's scary.
I must.
So there's a start.
I always said that I cared about you as a person, Lorne. Like,
I know. You don't care anything about me as a date.
No, because we're not dating. I'm going to start taking a tally of how many times I have to say no.
This is frustrating for me just listening to it. I can't imagine trying to talk to this asshole. I'm so grateful. I'm really grateful, though, that she did. I mean, because we have this. As frustrating as he is. That's our horny loony.
We're not dating. And read off the
How? I've got to understand this.
Okay.
How is it that you was ever going to marry Gigi, but you don't want to give me a chance to date?
I had a relationship with Gigi. I don't have one with you.
How was it that you was going to marry Gigi? Now, I don't know a whole lot about Gigi. But Gigi, from what I can understand, sounds like a terrible person. A terrible person. That's who Lorne was. That's who Lorne was trying to keep Rhoda away from. He lovingly saved her from Gigi and drugs by sending nude photos of himself to a barely 18-year-old young girl. But anyway, would he ever consider that perhaps that, and again, it's like he's dragging her down to his level. Where you were going to date this asshole, why not date me? Did he ever consider, though, that she learned something from that experience? Maybe, this guy was terrible. Maybe I should be more careful about the guys that I date. But no, he's got to bring her down to his level. You were going to date this horrible person. Why not date me? I'm a horrible person.
I want to be
You keep pointing that out.
Right. And you keep pointing out that, well, you won't give me a chance. And you did before. All kinds of stuff.
I know. It's upsetting to me.
Well, don't let it be upsetting to you.
And Lorne has a whole lot. He has a lot of problems. I know that's obvious, but stay with me for a minute. Lorne has a lot of real life problems. He has financial problems. And I'm talking about at the time that he's speaking to Tiffany. And he still has all these problems, but when he was out and about running free in the public, he had financial problems. He had problems where, he couldn't pass his rape class. He's on probation. He has to, the hassle of having to see a probation officer. He's you know, his only friends don't like him, you know, Tony and Wendy. So there's all these things going on, right? Real problems he should be concentrating on. But what is his whole mind, his whole life focused on? Getting Debbie to give him a chance. Because they was together before. It's surreal. He's focusing on this pretend problem. When this guy's got like the worst fucking life I could imagine. Like all kinds of projects he should be working on. His life, himself, and his biggest worry is Debbie's going out on dates and she won't give me a chance.
I really have feelings for you. And that's, I've never believed in somebody like I believe in you.
It's like a fucking... He could just take his soundboard. I've never believed in anyone as much as I believe in you. I gotta back that up a little bit. It's like... And for somebody who knows he's been recorded as many times as he has, like, change it up a little bit, idiot.
You did before. All kinds of stuff.
I know. It's upsetting to me.
Well, don't let it be upsetting to you.
I really have feelings for you. And that's... I've never believed in somebody like I believe in you.
What does that mean,
really
believe in?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I really believe in you as a person, that you don't play with people.
I'm not.
And that's why I'm so pissed off.
Okay, then be pissed off. That's fine. But you have to understand that...
And he played this fucking game with Ramona. Like, I believe in you, so you fucking owe me something. I gave you all my trust. Like, what the fuck, man? This I'm believing in you shit. Like, it's so babyish.
That the direction that you're coming from is all based on this emotion that you're having. It's not based on anything that I've done. You're just mad.
Right?
Yeah, I'm mad because of what you've done.
Tell you the truth?
What she's done? She hasn't done anything. He thinks because he's developed feelings for her that she's played with him. But then right on the heels of that, I believe in you because you don't play with people.
You just said that you believed in me, and that meant that I'm honest. But yet, that's not what you want.
Tell me the truth, but then you turn around and you deny things. And it's like, why the fuck would you deny it?
No, I'm telling you the way that things work.
It's the truth as long as Lorne likes what he's hearing. Then if he doesn't like what he's hearing, it's no longer the fucking truth. Then she's lying. Asshole.
I'm actually being honest. You don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear that there's never going to be a chance for us to see what's actually there.
Well, I don't want you to hold on to this idea and make it your truth, because it hasn't happened.
No, it hasn't. You know, I want to know that there is a chance that it will happen. I don't know that.
I don't know that.
That's what I wanted you to hear you say.
Okay, but you're acting
I didn't
as
want,
if I'm supposed to act.
But I didn't
like
want you to come out and say. I didn't want you to come out and say that there's no chance.
Lorne, have you ever seen Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Do you remember
of course
at one point Lloyd is talking to
I know. So you think there's a chance?
Right.
I can't believe the first time I heard this, I thought that was so great, and then all of a sudden, Lorne is like, he gets it, and I couldn't believe. But then I thought, oh, it's from a movie. Of course he gets it. Lorne is like fucking. He is like Lloyd Christmas. He's so this fantasy. And he says, you know, what are the chances of a guy like you and a girl like me? 1 in a million. So you're telling me there's a chance.
That's exactly who you are. You are that guy.
No, I am not that guy.
Yes.
This guy actually gives a fuck about you.
Well, I think
This guy
that
has
Lloyd would
every
give a fuck
reason
about
to
me,
give a
too.
fuck about you. This
Right.
guy has every reason to give a fuck about you. He does. It's not your
How romantic, too. I give a fuck about you. Oh, my heart just melted.
looks that he gives a fuck about. He's not basing anything that he gives a fuck about you on your looks.
And Lorne's trying to manipulate here, too, because from all accounts, Debbie is very attractive and probably has guys chasing after her because she's beautiful. And Lorne's trying to make himself sound like, I don't even know what you look like and I'm in love with you. It's not your looks I give a fuck about. I give a fuck about you. I write you poems. I sing you songs. Fucking idiot. Okay, if you're gonna sit out here, buddy, you gotta be quiet. And if I ask you to leave, you gotta leave. I can't remember how bad this call is. Don't worry, I'm not gonna expose my son to Lorne.
Who said that anyone was?
You seem to be big on that. I think that everybody's is going to judge somebody off their looks. So I weren't raised that way.
I weren't
I give
raised
a
that
fuck
way.
about the person.
Right.
They can be the best looking fucking person in the world.
I was raised to give a fuck about the person. That's one of the biggest lies you've ever told. Lorne, you don't care about people. You don't care about anyone but yourself. You don't even care about your mom that you claim is your goddess.
Oh, but if they're a shitty person on the inside, who the
Like
fuck
you?
wants to be with them?
Stop for a moment, Lorne. Listen to what you just said. If they're a shitty person on the inside, who the fuck wants to be with them?
Right.
I never knew exactly what you look. All I was doing was going by what Emma and Dan told me, and Winnie told me, and you told me.
Right.
Well, Emma and Winnie told me that Winnie looked like fucking Casey Morrow. She don't look like Casey Morrow. Where the fuck did they ever get that?
I have no idea.
Because it's funny. Because it's funny, Lorne. Because Casey Morrow was supposed to be Kayla. You idiot.
So why should I believe you look like fucking Malibu Barbie?
I don't care.
I never went off your looks.
Right, because you don't know what I look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than the picture that your brother had on there.
A picture.
Right.
So yeah, if that's really you on there, then yeah, I do know what you look like now.
Okay.
It still fucking throws me for a loop why you wouldn't want to send me a picture if I already know what you look like.
Because you go crazy over things. Look at what
I don't
happened.
get crazy over things.
Are you kidding? This
Oh,
whole
my
conversation
God.
has been crazy. The million times that you've hung up on me this whole time has been crazy. And I don't want you jerking off to it. That would be disgusting.
Oh, yeah, you give me a fucking break.
You
I
probably
don't use
jizzed all over
pictures
the
when I
postcard.
jerk off anyway.
Oh, okay.
I don't use what?
You probably jizzed
What'd you
all
just
over the
say?
postcard.
Oh,
that
good. He
I
has his
sent
headphones
you.
in.
Oh my god, are you serious?
It's stuck to
You
your
probably are
nightstand.
serious. I don't know why I'm asking that. You probably are serious.
Yeah, I know.
I was worried. My son came out with his toys and stuff, and he started saying jizz, and I was like, oh, trying to turn it off. And I turned around, and he's got his headphones in. Thank God. I'm the fucking worst.
I have never jerked off to a picture in a magazine or anything else.
Sure,
I
Lorne.
have a very good
How about Kayla's picture?
imagination.
Right. So you remember the picture.
Lorne definitely has a very good imagination. He's created this whole fantasy world for himself. He should write a book about that.
In your brain. And then that's
picture
what
of
you
what?
do. Of what?
Oh, yeah, of the one. No, I create my own image in my fucking brain. And why do I need to tell you that? What do you do?
It's none of your business.
Tell
That's
us-
disgusting.
No. I'm telling you my business. You tell me your business.
No.
Yeah, why? Scared?
Yeah, I'm scared. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you don't want to be honest with me on that one. Because you obviously didn't hear anything that I just asked.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so why are you so private with me when I'm so open with you?
Because you take things to the next.
Because you don't understand boundaries, Lorne. You freely tell people this shit. And you think because you're so open that she should tell you what kind of picture she has in her head when she does what she does. He has no clue about personal fucking boundaries and relationships and what's appropriate and what's not.
Level. I'm pretty open with my friends to a certain degree. I'm also very, very private. That's the way that I've always been. You, Winnie, fucking Emma, if she's monitoring my Facebook, tells you everything. Anyway, you guys talk about me all the time.
I don't tell them to tell me.
And then you take that as your truth and you throw it in my face, and I get a stupid text message, and I just have to say, okay, here we go. Lorne's acting like a child again. Countdown to when he apologizes and tells me that I'm so special.
Well, really, you are.
I know I am. I know.
You haven't ran away when I've had some of my problems. You stuck around and helped me. That was
right. And so I've been trying to help you as a friend, which is exactly what a friend would do. But you can't do that. And that's the reason why I don't tell you a bunch of shit. Because if I do, it's somehow going to get thrown into my face and used against me and all of that.
Yep.
I'm not interested.
Lorne will, first of all, he'll pick out the bits that he wants to believe, the parts that he likes. He'll put them in his pocket for later. A stray comment, let's say if she said, you're everything, he said, name one nice thing about me. And she said, you have a nice smile. He doesn't, but just for instance, about 2 or 3 days from then, Lorne would bring it up like, well, you think I have a nice smile. You must have feelings for me. I mean, Christ, he said, you don't want to see me die. That must mean you care about me. I mean, God. And anything, he uses anything against people. It's ridiculous.
It's really disappointing that we have to have these conversations as often as we do. Telling someone that you're not interested in dating them, you want to be their friend, you want to speak to them, you want to help them through whatever it is that they need to go through, because right now it's a lot of stuff. And I think I can help you do that, but you don't let me, because right above that is you wanting to have a romantic relationship, and it's just not there.
It never should have been like it was.
Okay, whatever that is, whatever you have in your head, it's not like how it was. We're going to draw the line in the sand again, which is what I thought we did, and we're going to forget it. And we're going to move on.
We're not going to forget it.
Why? So you can torture yourself? Why? So we can continue to have the same conversation that is so fucking boring. I mean, if anyone else had to listen to this, they would just be rolling their eyes.
We are, honey. We are. He's so fucking stupid. He's so fucking stupid. We're not going to forget it. Now, believe me, Lorne probably wrote that in his fucking diary somewhere. Tiffany and I are together. Debbie or whoever she is. We're together. Whatever that means over the phone. And I don't even know what she looks like.
That's how pathetic it is.
Because before you was in the hospital, I loved it. Okay, when you was in the hospital, I loved it.
When you was in the hospital, I loved it. What is wrong with this dude? Seriously. Who the fuck says that? When you was in the hospital, I loved it. I gotta back it up just a little. Because it's so... Before you was in the hospital, I loved it. When you was in the hospital, fucking asshole.
I loved it. Because it was like I was actually getting to see you that I didn't see before then when I was with Winnie and you were in California. Instead, when you were in California, it seemed like you were acting... trying to purposely act like a bitch to me. And I was like, what the fuck? I don't even know her. She's acting like a complete bitch to me.
Then, look at the relationship you and Winnie had. If you guys actually were together in the same room, domestic violence all day.
Yep.
No, they don't hit women.
It doesn't mean that you're just going to punch someone. That's not...
I don't think Lorne's ever had the opportunity to hit a woman that's not a family member, I guess. Because it wouldn't surprise me if he's hit female family members. But I don't think because Lorne's never had a girlfriend or been in a relationship. And Tiffany's about to make a very good point. But if you listen to him raging on a phone call and tell me that if the woman he was raging at was right in front of him, tell me he wouldn't take that out on her physically. Tell me, and I'll call you fucking liar.
Not necessarily just domestic violence. It could be that you're not allowing her to leave. You lock the door and block her way. Could be you're holding on to her so she can't move. There's a ton of stuff that goes along with domestic violence.
Tracking her movements, not allowing her to see her friends, not allowing her to go anywhere. All these things and more he would do. You have 10 minutes to go to the grocery store and get back, or you're fucking the bag boy.
Yeah.
Any kind of way of intimidation, scaring her, screaming at the top of your lungs when you're fucking wasted.
If I stood in front of the door and blocked her way out, I'd be afraid for going out and doing something fucked up.
In other words, if I stood in front of her and wouldn't let her leave, it would be to stop her from doing something fucked up. You know, like seeing her friends. Because think about, I'm starting to get pissed off, guys. Think about what Lorne considers fucked up. Hanging around with all your druggy friends.
Getting hurt or hurting someone else.
When I've heard you guys on the phone and you're screaming, and I've heard you screaming at your brother, throwing shit around, hitting him.
Hitting him. He hit me too. He was actually on the side of the fight.
And that would be the first thing he would say. She hit me first. He's a piece of shit.
It doesn't matter. Right, exactly. So you're going to justify it all day long. Exactly.
But that doesn't mean that you call the cops on us. That's brotherly love. We've done that all our life.
That's brotherly love? I don't have a brother. I'm not a dude and I don't have a brother. But listen, I mean, I have a sister. My sister and I have never harmed each other physically. And we love each other. We've had disagreements. I've never thrown an ashtray at my sister. That's brotherly love. And I'm not talking about like horseplay or wrestling around. I'm talking about like he threw a fucking ashtray at his brother. And if you've heard the screaming, oh my God. And he laughs, and Lorne laughs when she's talking about it. That's brotherly love.
Oh, yeah, totally. And that's what you would say with Winnie. Oh, no, I love her.
Yep.
We scrap like that all the time.
Yep.
Well, when he was doing drugs, she had me stressed right out.
The point is,
she had me stressed right out. So if she were there right in front of him and she's acting like Winnie, she'd have him stressed right out. Who knows what he would do? And then afterwards he'd say, my head was messed up at the time. I didn't even mean to do it.
You guys had a horrible relationship. It was extremely abusive and unproductive.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so as her sister, I'm going to stand in the way of that. I'm going to tell you what the problem is. And if you're the problem, I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to tell you to go fuck off. I'm going to tell you that you need to work on yourself and you need to allow Winnie to get better. But you didn't want to do that.
And I really think it's funny, like, after they break up, like, Winnie and Lorne, like, after they break up, like, all of a sudden Winnie is just doing so much better. Like, going to school and getting off the drugs. And now Lorne's alone, and he thought he was going to get with Debbie, and Debbie's like, nope, that's not happening. Everyone's happy but Lorne.
I love her. So
instead, you took and pretended like you liked me to get me away from Winnie.
And that's what he hears out of that. You pretended like you liked me to get me away from Winnie. Because that's what grown-ups do, right? We we scheme and we plan and like my sister. I hope my sister's not listening. I don't think she listens to my videos. She knows about them, but she doesn't listen to them. My sister's dated guys that I really didn't like, but I didn't like go fucking flirt with these guys to make them like me, so they'd break up with my sister. I mean, what the fuck, Lorne?
That wasn't the point. No. It was just flirting. Where are you now?
I just pulled into my house. I got these 2x6s that I got down in the house.
That I stole. Tiffany is so fucking funny. And he doesn't even hear it. I got these 2x6s that I stole.
In the car, so. But the point.
He probably did. He probably is the type who like, oh, there's a ladder outside of the Circle K, and he like picks it up and puts it in his truck. Picking up just fucking trash everywhere. What a dick.
Oh shit. The point was that there was more than flirting. In my head and with what you were doing. If you knew what you were doing, then you wouldn't have done the stuff that you did.
What?
In your head, you thought that it was more than flirting, and it wasn't.
And you keep telling yourself that, but no, I don't.
I'm telling you that.
She says, out straight. This is how I feel. I'm not interested. It wasn't anything more than flirting. And Lorne is like, yeah, you keep telling yourself that. He has stalker written all over him. Like really. The checkout girl smiles at him. And he shows up at her house. He follows her home. And she's like, what are you doing? Who are you? What are you doing? You like me. I don't even know who you are. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. As he looks in her window while she's a fucking asleep. Like, what the fuck, man?
You can tell me that all you want. Doesn't mean I'm going to believe it.
Exactly.
Not going to believe it.
This is what I'm saying.
I'm not going to believe it because of the way you were.
I'm telling you the way that it was.
Hi, babies. Hi, babies. What's up, honey?
I got to stop it there. He's so... I can't even... It's like a mystery wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in shitty toilet paper. I don't know. I got Lorne on the brain. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. I'm not going to believe it when I come find you and lock you in my basement. So we're going to stop there. We still have another 52 minutes of this call to go, so we'll continue this later. I hope everyone has a lovely evening. Don't forget to set your clocks back. Get an extra hour of sleep, preciouses. Bye, sweethearts.